I watched in real time as my coworker's career imploded in the most spectacular way possible. One accidental email, one catastrophic mistake, and suddenly, every lie she had carefully crafted about me was exposed to the entire company, including the CEO. The woman who had spent 6 months destroying my reputation just destroyed her own in 6 seconds. I didn't lift a finger. I just watched karma do what it does best. Let me take you back to where this all started. I had been working at Meridian Tech for 3 years as a senior project manager. I loved my job. I was good at it. My team respected me. My clients trusted me. And I had just been shortlisted for a director-level promotion that would change my life. Then Jessica arrived. She was hired as a project coordinator, technically a level below me, but she made it clear from day one that she saw herself as my equal, or rather, my superior. At first, I tried to be welcoming. I took her to lunch, walked her through our systems, introduced her to key stakeholders. She smiled to my face and thanked me for my help. What I didn't know was that behind closed doors she was already plotting. It started small, a comment here and there to other colleagues. Oh, I had to redo some of Sarah's work today. Just little mistakes, you know. Or I'm not sure Sarah is handling the client relationship well. I might need to step in. I started noticing shifts. People who used to collaborate with me openly suddenly seemed distant. Meetings I used to lead were now being scheduled without me. My manager started asking me odd questions about project timelines I had already reported on. I felt like I was going crazy. Then I found out the truth. A junior analyst named Maya pulled me aside one afternoon, looking uncomfortable. "Sarah, I think you should know something. Jessica has been telling people you're burned out, that you're making errors, that she's been covering for you to protect the team." My stomach dropped. I asked for specifics. Maya hesitated, then told me. Jessica had been sending carefully worded emails to my manager, to HR, even to other department heads. She framed them as concern. "I'm worried about Sarah's performance. I've noticed she seems overwhelmed. I want to support her, but I think she might need a formal review." She was building a documented case against me, a paper trail that made her look like the responsible, caring colleague and me like the failing employee who needed to be managed out. And it was working. My manager called me in for a performance check-in. I was blindsided. She brought up concerns I had never heard before, missed deadlines I hadn't missed, client complaints that didn't exist. All of it sourced back to Jessica's emails. I defended myself. I pulled up my own records, my client feedback, my project completions. My manager seemed confused, like she didn't know who to believe. That's when I realized how dangerous Jessica really was. She wasn't just gossiping. She was systematically dismantling my career with lies so calculated, so documented, that they looked like truth. I felt helpless. How do you fight someone who smiles to your face while stabbing you in the back with official correspondence? Then came the promotion decision, the role I had been working toward for years, the role I had earned. I didn't get it. Jessica did. They promoted her 2 levels up, right past me, into the director position that should have been mine. The reason given? Leadership presence and proactive communication. I sat in my car after that meeting and cried, not just because I lost the promotion, but because I had been erased. My work, my reputation, my years of dedication, all of it had been stolen by someone who lied better than I told the truth. I thought about quitting. I updated my resume. I started applying elsewhere. And then the universe intervened. It was a regular Tuesday morning. I was at my desk, barely functioning, when my phone started buzzing. Then my email exploded. Then my Slack lit up like a fireworks show. I opened my inbox and saw it. An email from Jessica, sent to the entire company, all 347 employees, including the CEO, the executive team, and every department head. The subject line read, Strategy Session Notes. But it wasn't strategy notes. It was a draft email Jessica had written to another coworker, someone she had clearly been conspiring with, and she had hit reply all instead of forward. The email was a masterpiece of self-destruction. It laid out in explicit detail her entire smear campaign against me. She wrote, I've almost got Sarah out. A few more emails to HR about her missing deadlines, and she'll either quit or get fired. Then the promotion is mine for sure. She even joked about it. It's so easy. Just plant the doubt, document it, and let management do the rest. She's too nice to fight back. But it got worse. She didn't just confess to lying about me. She bragged about manipulating other people too. She mentioned taking credit for a junior designer's work. She mocked our manager for being easy to manipulate. She even admitted to falsifying a client complaint to make me look bad. Every single lie, every single scheme, sent to everyone. I watched my phone as the replies started coming in. First from colleagues expressing shock, then from HR saying they were launching an immediate investigation, then from the CEO himself, in all caps. Jessica, report to my office immediately. I sat frozen at my desk, reading and rereading the email, barely able to process what had just happened. The woman who had spent 6 months destroying me had just destroyed herself in 6 seconds. Within 2 hours, Jessica was escorted out of the building by security. Her promotion was revoked. Her employment was terminated. HR sent a company-wide email acknowledging that false allegations had been made and that they were reviewing all related decisions. My manager called me into her office, and this time, she was the one who looked devastated. She apologized. She told me she had been manipulated and that she should have trusted her own experience with me instead of Jessica's manufactured narrative. The next week, I was offered the director position, not as a consolation prize, but as a correction, the role I had earned, the role that had always been mine. Jessica's career in our industry evaporated. Word spread fast. She couldn't get a reference. She couldn't explain the termination. Her LinkedIn went dark. Meanwhile, I stepped into my new role and rebuilt everything she had tried to destroy. I led with integrity. I supported my team. I made sure no one would ever weaponize lies in our workplace again. Sometimes karma doesn't need your help. Sometimes the universe just hands people the rope and watches them tie their own noose. Jessica thought she was untouchable. She thought her lies were airtight, but all it took was one misclick, one accidental reply all, and the truth she had buried came roaring back to bury her instead. I didn't need revenge. I just needed to keep showing up as myself. And that was enough. If you've ever been lied about, sabotaged, or betrayed at work, drop your story in the comments. You're not alone, and karma is always watching. Next time, we're covering a mother-in-law who faked a medical emergency to ruin a wedding until the hospital records exposed everything. These stories are fictional and created for entertainment purposes only. Any resemblance to real persons or events is purely coincidental.